my name is Ian. I'm in the Intro to Speech class, the general education class with Counselor. I hope you all enjoy my speech. It's on a very passionate subject of mine. My speech is about Texas Hold'em, and I'm sure everyone knows what that is. You know, there's very popular TV shows like Poker After Dark, Poker Stars, Round 2. There's World Series of Poker. There's so many poker shows on TV now, it's pretty hard not to know what it is. And the title of my speech is Texas Hold'em is not a gamble. I'm going to go ahead and start with, I'm sure everyone's heard the phrase, I'm all in. And that's kind of funny because poker terminology is widely used throughout American culture. Shows, like I said, Poker After Dark, are bringing Texas Hold'em into the spotlight. Used to be, everyone knew what blackjack was. Blackjack was the game to do. After the Rain Man and movies like 21, everyone wants to learn how to do blackjack. Well, there's a lot of misconceptions about Texas Hold'em as far as gambling go. Gambling, though, it's exciting to, the average person that wants to go to Las Vegas. Oh, I'm turning 21, let's go to Las Vegas, let's go gambling. Gambling's often thought of negatively. Not many people think of gambling in a good aspect. And as a result, there's been laws that have been passed to prevent people from playing online, gambling. You can't gamble online, you can't play blackjack online, you can't play roulette online, you can't play craps. Online gambling was pretty much stopped by the law of the UIGEA. And that was signed into law by President Bush, and that stands for the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act. Another reason that people think of gambling in a negative aspect is gambling addiction. That's very serious. I really can't say anything to lighten that. It is a very serious condition. However, there's a lot of serious conditions with alcoholism, but alcohol is not illegal. People die from smoking. Smoking is not illegal. I don't see why just one addiction can cause an entire industry to go under. I'd like to focus on the differences between gambling and playing Texas Hold'em. Mainly about what gambling is, how it came about, how it got its bad name, basically the definition of gambling. Also in that Texas Hold'em is a game of skill. I don't consider it to be a game of gambling. This is an informative, that's my opinion. However, I'm going to inform you the facts. And how Texas Hold'em doesn't apply to the UIGEA. How people are actually still playing it online, even though you can't play blackjack online. Let's first take a look at how gambling appeared into American culture. Back when the colonies were basically being formed, state-held lotteries gave us a lot of the more important institutes that we have today. Universities like Harvard, Yale, Brown, those were all funded by state-held lotteries. The problem with this, Washington, D.C., there was a beautification process to Washington, D.C. to make it, basically beautiful. To give it a lot of statues, a lot of culture. That was funded by state lotteries. Problem was, after a while, it got corrupt. State lotteries didn't pay out the winners. Really, the organizers took that money and never really paid the winners. And so, because of that, instead of blaming the people that were involved, they blamed gambling. They started saying gambling's a bad thing, it's wrecking the economy, yada, yada, yada. And this led gambling to be prohibited. The definition of gambling is the wagering of money or something of material value on an event with an uncertain outcome with the primary intent of winning additional money and or material goods. This is basically the definition today, and I'll explain how Texas Hold'em does not fall under it. Now I'd like to take a look at Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em is a game of skill, which is very important. Game of skill for a couple of reasons. Unlike the lottery or a game of blackjack, you are not betting against the house. You're betting against other people. The house has absolutely no stake on the outcome. Another reason is that there are times when the outcome is not uncertain, which is a very important part about gambling. There are times when you cannot be beaten. You know the outcome. The outcome is set. And because of that, the outcome is not always uncertain, which is very important. And possibly my favorite reason is professionals exist because the game can be controlled. If it was a gamble like everyone's saying, You know, there wouldn't be professionals. There wouldn't be people that win all the time. When you look at blackjack, you can't think of a blackjack professional, of course, except for Rain Man, but he's not real. Now I'll show you why Texas Hold'em is not affected by the UIGEA. The UIGEA applies to online gambling. I've just explained how Texas Hold'em is not a gamble, but it's instead a game of skill. The UIGEA prohibits making transactions with illegal online gambling websites, but it doesn't declare what makes an online gambling website illegal. Many websites are following this understanding, and they continue to operate online Texas Hold'em websites targeting the United States. Therefore, UIGEA is not really effectively prohibiting them. In conclusion, Texas Hold'em is no different from playing a game of chess. It's no different from playing a game of checkers. It's a game of skill. It is not a gamble. It's a game of skill. You can play chess tournaments. You can play checkers tournaments where you win money. No different from poker. The negative view associated with gambling should not apply to Texas Hold'em for this reason. And the current UIGEA is not affecting the productivity of online U.S. targeted poker. I hope this helped you to see through all the propaganda and to see that Texas Hold'em for what it really is, an entertaining game of skill. Thank you. My name is Ian.
Okay, I'm hiding my phone behind my hand. Look at me.